Ordered to repay more than £100 million for faulty PPE. A judge ruled PPE MedPro has 2 weeks to pay up, but with the company on the brink of collapse, will the government see a penny of it? Also tonight,
TV Evening News with Charlotte Hawkins.
Good evening. A company linked to a Tory peer has been ordered to repay over £120 million after supplying the NHS with faulty medical gowns during the COVID pandemic. PPE MedPro was run by the husband of Baroness Michelle Mone. She recommended the firm to Conservative ministers and it was quickly awarded major government orders. But high numbers of the surgical gowns it supplied were found to not be sterile and couldn't be used. Now, a judge has ruled the business breached its contract and has given them a fortnight to hand back the money. Our political correspondent, Carl Dinnan, has the details. Next, the ringleader of a grooming gang who raped vulnerable schoolgirls in Rochdale has been jailed for 35 years. Mohammed Zahid was one of 7 Asian men convicted of various sexual offences against 2 white teenagers. They were exploited from the age of 13. Tonight, 6 of their abusers are behind bars, but one man is thought to have escaped the country before the trial. Our North of England reporter Jonathan Brown was at today's sentencing in Manchester. The conference in Liverpool has brought no let-up in talk of Reform UK. The Prime Minister insisted to ITV News it would be a grave mistake to ignore the party. But one politician vying to be his deputy leader has claimed that people are now sick about hearing of Nigel Farage. Our political correspondent Harry Horton reports. Well, we saw in Harry's report there, Sir Keir Starmer insisting Labour will win the fight against reform. He was talking to our political editor, Robert Peston, who pressed him on why Labour seems to be giving so much attention to Nigel Farage and how voters should come to judge this government. And Robert joins me now. Robert, the Prime Minister there doubling down against reform. Is this the right approach?
It's all about how reform is going to destroy Britain. He's also saying that the Tories have become irrelevant, back reform in even greater numbers. Separate protection for Nigel Farage at a time when Nigel Farage claims that the kind of language that the Prime Minister has used about him is the reason he's able to call them Farage's votes is because when we left the EU, asylum seekers did get re-exported, and in fact quite a lot came here under the Dublin Convention. Farage.
OK, Robert, thanks very much. The presenter, Mylene Klaas, has described her sheer terror after items, including a gun, were sent to her in the post. 61-year-old Peter Windsor is accused of stalking the star. She gave evidence today from a witness box, shielded from his view. Our Midlands correspondent, Ben... There's plenty more to come on the ITV Evening News, including all that and loads more after the break. Don't go anywhere. Hello again, welcome back. New, more expensive energy tariffs have kicked in today for millions of households across Britain. Those on the Ofgem price cap have seen gas and electricity rates rise by 2%. That adds £35 to a typical annual bill. And debt experts say it presents yet another blow to already struggling household budgets. Our consumer editor, Chris Choi, has more. The boss of Britain's biggest police force has admitted the public may question whether their sons and daughters are safe in our cells. The Met Commissioner, Sir Mark Rowley, spoke in light of fresh misconduct allegations facing some central London-based officers. Tonight, he condemned what he called their reprehensible behaviour, and he suggested they could be out of their jobs within weeks. Ian Woods is out Charing Cross Police Station for us. Ian, this is yet another scandal to hit the Met, and indeed this particular police station. At least 25 people have been killed in a church collapse in northern Ethiopia. Well, to the Philippines now, where a powerful earthquake has left at least 69 people dead. It rocked a central section of the country at around 10 p.m. last night, measuring 6.9 in magnitude. The province of Cebu was worst hit, with survivors left trapped beneath buildings that had been reduced to rubble. Even now, aftershocks continue to be felt in the city of Bogo. And there is destruction too, 60 miles away in Cebu City. Our Asia correspondent Debbie Edwards has the latest. You're watching the ITV Evening News. It's just after 7 o'clock. Here's what's still ahead. But first, the son of former boxing champion Ricky Hatton has called for the streets of Manchester to fill with fans ahead of his funeral procession next Friday. The one-time world welterweight died aged 46 last month. Tonight, Campbell Hatton has shared memories of his father with ITV News, and he described how his dad's supporters are providing comfort to their heartbroken family. He spoke to Mike Hall. Now let's get an update on what's making the news tonight. A company to Thailand now, as officials say a tip-off led them to a Bangkok hotel where a British man was found with more than 9 kilos of crystal meth. George Wilson, who is 23 and from Buckinghamshire, has been arrested. Police say they will press drug smuggling charges. Our reporter Ellie Pitt.
In the Thai police's statement, they say they've arrested a 23-year-old British national, that he was found with more than 9 kilograms.
Thanks very much. Online GP appointments should be available across England from today. Next, could science hold the key to making our meals cheaper, more nutritious and better for the environment? Well, that's the thinking behind a new so-called food innovation hub. It's just launched with government backing, but officials insist the approval process for foods coming to market will remain as stringent as ever. Our science correspondent Martin Stew sampled their findings. From foods of the future to our present-day junk food, new rules have come into force in England, banning multi-buy deals like buy one, get one free on items high in sugar, salt and fat. It's part of efforts to tackle obesity, with experts claiming it can help drive down unhealthy choices at the checkout. But not all customers are convinced. Our reporter Sangeeta Lal explains. There's still more to come before Emmerdale, including... Join me and Alex after this short break. Welcome back. Time for the weather now, and Alex is here. Alex, we've got a storm approaching.
Absolutely, as we head through the next 24 hours. So we need to keep a watchful eye on the forecast.
See how it goes. Alex, thanks very much. And finally, it's coming up to that time of year when some of Hollywood's biggest films get released as they vie for awards season glory. So enter into the ring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, hopeful of an Oscar nomination for his new movie. Our entertainment reporter Rishi Davda went to meet him and his co-star Emily Blunt. And that is it from us for now. Tom will be here later with tonight's news at 10. But from everyone on the evening team, thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening.